Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I I was watching my last video back and I had said, this is how I do my makeup. And I was watching it like, what? Because that's not how I do my makeup every day. That was more of like, I'm trying out things and hoping they work, and they kind of did. So I thought, I'm getting ready for work. If you didn't know, I am a game animator. Actually, the last game I worked on is right here. Here we go. Humble plug. Steven Universe Unleash the Light is the first game I ever worked on, and it was so much fun. So much fun. I love the guys at Grumpy Face Studios, and I could get into that just another day. Want to right now. I don't think anyone really cares. Yeah, so Steven Universe Unleash the Light out on Apple Arcade right now. Anyways, back on topic. I was watching that and I was like, that's not how I do my makeup every day. So I thought I would just film another video about how I do my makeup every day. And since it is a work day and I have about an hour to get ready, I was like, you know what? Let's redo this. Let's redo this from beginning to end. I didn't even show how I do my eyebrows, which is what everyone asks me for anyways. So I'm like, I'm a literal dingus. Why did I do that? Let's just, let's get her going. Okay, so ears are on. And every day I do start with moisturizing. I have the Botanics All Bright with Hibiscus Hydrating Day Cream with Sunscreen, which I used to be, the kind of person that's like, I'm tan. I don't need sunscreen. Idiot! I've since learned that I'm a dumb bitch and I do need sunscreen. So I just kind of dabble that everywhere. Okay. And then on top of that, I go in with the the facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. I really just like the smell. Lavender is probably one of my favorite scents. It's just so calming and I feel like it just wakes me up also. But it has chamomile and that's supposed to be a sleepy tea. Why am I awake? Is it because I just sprayed myself with water? Yeah, that's why. I'm gonna just let that sit. Also, say hello to our little friend, our little addition to my face family. I'm very excited for them to be here and I wish them nothing but the best. All right, so now that that is all pretty much in the skin, I'm gonna go in with a combination of Too Faced Born This Way in Almond and Benefit Cosmetics Hello Happy in shade 5. I mix these two. I do like a pimp of the Born This Way and then just a drop of Hello Happy. Kind of looks like a lopsided boob. So that's what you're going for, lopsided boob. I didn't prime. Never mind, I'm just gonna let that sit on the back of my hand. We're gonna prime really fast. What am I gonna prime with? I'm going to take the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I usually just scrape a little bit off with like the back of my nail. And I get that on there. Okay, primed. Now I can go in with foundation. So skincare wise or face wise, my process is pretty much the same from the last video. I do pre-pat in the nose corners just to get that all ready because I feel like when I go in with the beauty sponge, it just doesn't get the right coverage. It starts lifting things off things and I just get really annoyed. Now using the big flat side of my EcoTools beauty blender or beauty sponge, I'm just gonna buff it in. All right. So now that that is all buffed in, all nice, I'm gonna go in with the Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in Almond. Now I'm going to blend that out with the shorter flat side. The shorter flat side of my Eco Tools Beauty whatever. And before I do anything else, I've been finding that I like to set the eyes just so that the concealer that I threw on there doesn't crease up. Okay, and could I just use an eyelid primer? Probably. Okay, so now I'm going to lightly powder the face. Don't like too much powder, I feel like that gets cakey, and I tend to touch my face a lot throughout the day, and if I'm gonna scratch my nose, I would like it to be able, what am I trying to say? I feel like when I have a lot of powder, if I were to scratch my nose, there would just be a huge, almost like divot, and it'd be very obvious. Whereas if I don't have a lot of powder, it kind of blends in better. Like seeing it go from my skin to my makeup, it doesn't look as bad. Or at least that's my running theory. It's what makes me feel better, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So now that the face is all kind of set with a little bit of powder, I am going to go in with bronzer with Nomad's Manly Beach and my Eco Tools bronzer brush. You know, the last video taught me a lot about the names of my brushes. I'll tell you what. Dab, 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 make your nails fab. Rest in peace, Simply Nailogical. And then I do hold it like this and kind of use it as a contour first, and then I buff that out. So now I'm going to do, wow, I am all over the place today. I forgot to do my highlight. Okay, going in with the Ofra X Nikki Tutorials highlighter in Everglow, I'm going to mix the two shades on the bottom and focus on the higher cheekbone, but slightly feather that up and then like just drag it down a little bit. Gonna take the excess, do the tip of my nose very lightly since I don't really want to disturb the base underneath because of our friend. The bridge of the nose, and then whatever's left on that, I'll do a few swipes on the forehead and then a few swipes on the chin. Okay, I am so sorry. Back on track. So usually I start with highlight first, then I do bronzer, then I do blush, but that's not how things work today. So now we're gonna blush it. Going in with the Gigi Gorgeous blush in Authentic. And I like to start focusing it near the temple area, buffing that up, and then bringing it towards the front of the face, but stopping right in the middle and not going any further. And that's because I feel like if I bring my blush all the way to the apple of my cheek, it'll make my face look whiter or like more wide, and I don't really want that. It's already, we're already good in that area. Blush is on my face. I'm just gonna take whatever excess is on there and just kind of fluff it up here. I don't know if this actually does anything, but it makes me feel better. Don't ask me why. Okay, so that's done. Let's go into the brow area. I wish I could do the thing that Jack Black does where he's like blue, but I can only raise this one. A talent that I'll never have, but I'll always admire. So going in with the Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade 5. And I'll come in a little closer. Come a little closer than you think. Come on, come on, come on. What I start with is like the line of the bottom and then I kind of work it in. I kind of do 3 layers almost, where I start at the bottom, then I do the middle, then I target these more sparse areas up here that I want to be more full. Using very light strokes, I start with the bottom. Okay, then once that is all on, I'm gonna buff it out with the spoolie side. Alright, so on to the other eye. Hey guys, so I'm editing right now, and oh, thank you for asking. Yes, I did get my lashes lifted, and I did get a facial today. I went to Skin Esteem AZ. Link to her shop will be down below. Also, I had to cut my nails. Do not talk about it, and don't ask me about it, I swear to God. We're just gonna cut this out because the camera was out of focus the entire time. Okay, I'll see you when I'm done with this eyebrow. Bye! And then, if I want to define it a little more, I take an angled brush and just a touch of concealer and like do it on the back of my hand like this. I don't like it to glob up because then I feel like this picks up too much of it. Then I just kind of dab it. All right, cool. I didn't even explain what I was gonna do with it. So I just take the concealer and drag it along the bottom of the brow first to kind of redefine the shape if I messed up a lot, or to clean up any extra smudges that I made with the spoolie, which happens a lot. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. Also, what kind of editing do you guys like more? Do you like it when I just do a few cuts of me naturally at normal speed doing things, or would you like to see all of it sped up, or would you like to see cuts of me going through it also sped up? Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. I need some chapstick. I feel better. Now I have about 30 minutes. So I am gonna go in with the Lunar Beauty Greek Goddess palette. I've used this quite a bit. Cheekbones, not quite highlighted. Forgot to say, what I set my eyelids with was this shade right here, which is Hestia. You can tell that it's quite loved because this palette just speaks to me. One day I will use this shade, but as of now, I'm just kind of a neutrals kind of gal. I am going to go in with a fluffy brush with Persephone and a little bit of Cleo. And I'm going to take that in the crease and kind of use this as my buffing, blending, transition shade and work that up almost to the eyebrow. I don't really like having my shadows touch my eyebrow. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But also lately, I have been dragging my shadows kind of down the bridge of my nose. I just like the seamless. That's just what I've been into lately. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, going in with another Morphe brush. This one is a little more scratchy. I am going to take, Rhea and Artemis. Equal parts Rhea, equal parts Artemis. Womp, womp, womp. I'm going to take that just into the crease. I said just the crease and then I started dragging it into my lower lash line. I'm a liar! Yeah. So now going in with my Eco Tools dual-sided brush with the shade side, I'm going to take Calliope and focus this on the outer corner of the eye. Fun fact, this has been my go-to makeup look for a while now. because last year I was a chaperone for my sister's choir trip to California, and I was the makeup artist, and we used this palette because it was my favorite. It was my like best palette at the time, and I'm like, I want to give these kids the best that I can do with also shades that I'm very familiar with. And so I pretty much got down to this kind of setup, which is using 3 shades and then a glitter or shimmer kind of thing. We were running late, and I had probably like 30 girls to go through. It might have been more, but I remember being so stressed out because I was like, oh my gosh. I thought we were gonna have like a few more hours, but I guess that's not the case. So we pretty much took over the lobby area, and we had like it was like a manufacturing plant. We had a steady stream. It'd be like, all right, get over here. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna do your eyes, and then we're gonna do some lashes. Get out of here. Okay, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna, and then get out of here. I feel so bad. I tried to do the best that I could, and thankfully there were a few moms who were like, I generally know how to do makeup. Can I help you? And I'm like, yes. So we had like a circular table, and we put the palette in the middle like a seance, and we all had our own brushes and stuff. Maybe not the most hygienic thing, but it got the job done. And I taught them. I was like, okay, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, we're gonna define it a little more. Step 4, blend that out, and then just slap some glitter on them, and they're good to go. I'm really proud of us because we got all of those girls into beautiful makeup and ready for the competition. That's when I said I'm never gonna do that again because that was so stressful, but also really fun. It was so fun because these kids were like from, I think, 5th grade to 8th grade, and they all had such tiny little faces. It was so cute. I'm so used to working on my like big head, and it was very interesting working on so many different eye shapes and stuff. And so anyways, I guess I just outed myself in saying this is my go-to, this has been my go-to eye look for like the last year. All right, now you can see we have some harsh lines from Calliope, so I'm gonna take my little scrubby brush and go back in with Rhea and Artemis, equal parts Rhea and Artemis, and just try and like buff that out. So now that that is pretty much blended out, I'm gonna go back in with Hestia on my original like kind of setting brush and reinforce this shade in the inner corner area, just kind of trying to blend all of these together. Oh my gosh. Okay, patchiness. Cool. So I just kind of reinforced that shade because there's some weird stuff going on. I wonder if that's just my lighting. I don't know. But now going in with my middle finger, I'm going to take the shade Iris, and starting on the inner corner of my eye, I'm just going to start patting it. I'm not looking for a cut crease look, so that is why I'm just using my finger just to get it on there. Beautiful, beautiful shade. I need to figure out how to train myself to not flip the camera off all the time. Like maybe do like this thing instead of a, you know. So going back in with just whatever's left on this brush and just kind of blending the glitters or shimmers a little bit. So now going in with an inner corner brush, I'm going to take just a touch of Athena. It's so bright. I love it. I'm going to take that in my inner corner. Let's see. Now I have about 10 minutes left, so we're going to do eyeliner stuff. I am going to take my NYX or NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner, and it's waterproof in black because I need that. And what I do when I'm doing the wing of the liner is I try to, like, I see the line of my lower lash line and I just try to extend that. So I try to follow it as closely as possible, as if there was a line just going up. So I start with stamping around the lash line, then I extend that line up, and then I'll use this to drag from the farthest point of the line and kind of delicately drag that up. I don't like it to be too thick in the inner corner area. I see why other makeup or beauty YouTubers do this off camera, because this is so stressful to be doing this with the camera on me. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Okay, that is good, and I'm not gonna touch it anymore. So just have to do the other eye now. It might not be the most even, but I'm gonna work with it. So now we're just gonna go in and curl the lashes wherever I put my eyelash curler. And I have I don't know if you can see very well, but I have very straight Asian lashes. I was not blessed with my mother's lashes, unfortunately, although my siblings were. I'm going to curl these as much as I can, starting as close to the skin as possible. I'm trying to not touch the liner because I don't want to disturb it. Alright, then going in with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, and it's waterproof because my lashes will not stay up if it's not a waterproof mascara. And the awesome thing about this mascara, I just got it and I'm already in love, is it is a cruelty-free brand and it's so inexpensive. I think this was only like $3, which was just awesome. I feel like I go through mascara so often. If I could only wear one thing every day, it'd be mascara. And I'm not gonna take that on the lower lash line because I feel like that makes my eyes look just really wide, as if they aren't already. So I'm trying to tone that down, and I just don't want that shape. I feel like it just makes them really droopy, and I'm not really looking for that. Cool, so once mascara is on, I'll go in with lashes. I don't know the names of these lashes, and I am using the Duo Lash Glue Quick Dry because I am not a patient person. Even though Tauruses are supposed to be really patient, I guess. I am not me. Well, I guess for some things I am, because I am an animator and many people have told me that they cannot sit that long. But I love it. I don't know why. I guess I hate myself. All right, now let's go in with some, lips. Nothing too crazy. Generally, I just use a bullet lipstick and I call it a day. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Bullet in Matte Honey and just there we go. My absolute favorite holy grail lip gloss is the Lunar Beauty lip gloss. This one was the limited release when they first came out in Celine. And man, can we just talk about the packaging for a second? Like the little diamond in there, the gradient gold glitter. I love it. And as you can see, I'm pretty much done with it, unfortunately. It just sits so well on the lips. It's not sticky, and it has all those little, all those glitters and stuff in it. I'm so sad that I'm pretty much out of this. Okay, now let's do setting spray. I've been going back and forth on so many different setting sprays over the last year or two, and this one is the Maybelline Lasting Fix, and I don't know, I mean, it works pretty well. But if you guys have any suggestions on a setting spray that is from a cruelty-free brand, I would love to try it. I mean, I guess there's the Urban Decay All-Nighter, but it's just so expensive. I also wish I could have a Dole Whip every day of my life, but trying to cut back on sugar. Anyone else trying to cut back on sugar? Cause woof. That's all I gotta say. Alright guys, that is the finished look. This is pretty much what I do every day. If I'm not doing shadow, it's just liner. If I'm running really late, it's just mascara. I hope you like this. I hope you have a good day wherever you are, or evening, afternoon. And you know, I'm trying to get better at using more color rather than just a bunch of neutrals. So let me know what your favorite color is down below, and I'll try to do a look with it. Trying to get more creative or something. So yeah, I hope you have a good day being your beautiful self, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!